Hi students, today we will solve some problems on continuity, and the first one is if f of x equal to 1 minus sin cube x by 3 cos square x if x less than pi by 2. See here, what is x less than pi by 2? X value is very closer to pi by 2 and it is in the left side, which means x tends to pi by 2 minus. Why? Because we are in limits. And here at x equal to pi by 2, f of x is what? A. That means the value of the function is a. And b into 1 minus sin x by pi minus 2x whole square if x greater than pi by 2, which means x approaches to pi by 2 right side. Now given that f of x is continuous at x equal to pi by 2, then find the values of a and b. See what he has given, f of x is continuous. So what is the definition for continuity? Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit also equals to the value of the function, which means from the definition of continuity, left limit is equal to the value of the function that is equal to the right hand limit. Now take left hand limit, which is limit x tends to pi by 2 minus 1 minus sin cube x by 3 cos square x, which is equal to, what is the value of the function? That is a, that equal to, what is right hand limit? Limit x tends to pi by 2 plus b into 1 minus sin x by pi minus 2x whole square. Okay, now see here, it is in the form of a cube minus b cube. What is a cube minus b cube? A minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. Now limit x tends to pi by 2 minus a minus b, which is 1 minus sin x into a square, 1 square is what? 1 plus b square sin square x plus ab, 1 into sin x, that is sin x, divided by 3 cos square x, which is equal to a, and it is equal to limit x tends to pi by 2 plus, now see here, b into 1 minus sin x. Now sin x can be written as cos of 90 minus x, pi by 2 minus x, okay, and divided by, now take 2 common here. If you take 2 common, now we will get 4 outside into pi by 2 minus x whole square. Why? Because if you take 2 common, 2 square is 4. Okay, now see, now substitute pi by 2 here. What we get? Sin pi by 2 is 1, that's why 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now it is 3. So that limit x tends to pi by 2 minus, what will get? 1 minus sin x divided by 3 cos square x into, you substitute pi by 2 here, what will get? 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Now 3 gets cancelled, that equal to a, which is equal to, now coming to the right hand limit, we already know that limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos ax by x square is what? A square by 2. Here in place of a, what we have? 1. So it is in the form of limit f of x tends to 0, 1 minus cos f of x by f of x whole square. Now it is 1 by 2. So that b by 4 is a constant, put it outside. A square by 2, a is what? 1 here, so by 2, 1 by 2. Now here, if you substitute pi by 2 here, what will get? 1 minus sin pi by 2 is what? 1, 1 minus 1, 0, and coming to the denominator, cos pi by 2 is 0. So 0 by 0, indeterminate form. So if you get 0 by 0, then we can use L'Hopital rule, that is limit x tends to pi by 2 minus So what is L'Hospital rule? F dash of x by g dash of x. So derivative for 1 is 0 minus, and sin x derivative cos x divided by cos square x, that is 2 cos x into again minus sin x. That should be equal to a, that is equal to b by 8. Now minus minus gets cancelled, cos x also gets cancelled. Now see, if you substitute pi by 2 here in the remaining value, what we get? It is 1 by 2 times of sin pi by 2 is what? 1, and minus minus also gets cancelled. So that is equal to a, which is equal to b by 8. Now see, 1 by 2 equal to a, that equal to b by 8, which is then a equal to what? 1 by 2, and b by 8 is equal to 1 by 2, which is nothing but b equal to 4. This is the final answer. Now the second question is, if f of x equal to sin step x by step x for step x not equal to 0 and which is equal to 0 for step x equal to 0, check the continuity at x equal to 0. Now see, check the continuity at x equal to 0, then we have to check for left hand limit and right hand limit both. Now what is left hand limit? Limit x tends to 0 minus, that is the left hand limit. Now what should we be take? Sin of step x by step x, or it should be 0. What we take? So here x value approaches to 0 from the left side, which means step x is what? 0 from the left side, which gives the negative result. That means step x equal to minus 1. And clearly if x value approaches to 0 from the right side, which is a positive quantity, that is a 0.000 and so on 1, which means step x equal to 0. Now for the left hand limit, step x equal to minus 1. So here step x is not equal to 0 only, then we will take sin of step x by step x. Here if step x equal to minus 1 means step x is not equal to 0. That's why I am taking sin of step x by step x. Okay, now x value approaches to 0 minus. So what is the step x? That should be minus 1. So sin of minus 1 divided by minus 1, which is equal to what? Sin 1. Now coming to the right hand limit, limit x tends to 0 plus. As x value approaches to 0 plus, step x is what? 0. If step x equal to 0, what is the function value? That is equal to 0. It should be equal to 0. Now what is left hand limit? Sin 1. What is right hand limit? That is 0. So here clearly left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. That should be limit does not exist. It is a discontinuity. What type of discontinuity? Non-removable discontinuity. Why? Because here limit does not exist. Now the next question is, let f of x equal to signum of x and g of x equal to x times of x square minus 5x plus 6. Then the function f of g of x is discontinuous at. Now see here, what is f of g of x? First, that is f of g of x is what? X times of x square minus 5x plus 6. That is g of x. Now see, in place of x, what we have? X into x square minus 5x plus 6. Now what is f of x? Signum of x. In place of x, we replace with signum of x times of x square minus 5x plus 6. Now what we need to find? The given composite function is discontinuous at where it should be discontinuous. Now it is signum of x into x square minus 5x plus 6. Now coming to the discontinuity of signum function. So what is the graph of signum function? It should be like this, which means signum function is like this. Signum of x equal to mod x by x if x is not equal to 0, and 0 if x equal to 0. If x is not equal to 0, mod x by x, which means if x value on the negative side, the signum of x is minus 1. Clearly it is on the negative side, which means it is in the negative side, minus 1. If x value on the positive side, signum of x is mod x. If x is positive, what is mod x? X by x. X by x is what? 1. And if x equal to 0, it is 0. So that what we observe? Clearly, where it is discontinuous? At x equal to 0. It is discontinuous. Because here all it is continuous and here it is a broken graph. It is discontinuous here. So signum of this function, and what we need to find? F of g of x should be discontinuous. Where it is discontinuous? Clearly if x into x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 only. Where it is discontinuous? X into x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 only. Why? Because signum of x is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Here what is x? X into x square minus 5x plus 6. Now x equal to 0. Why? Because x times of x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0, which means that x equal to 0 and x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Now it can be written as x minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. Clearly x equal to 2 and x equal to 3. For 3 values, the composite function is discontinuous. What are those 3 values? It is 0, 2 and 3. Okay. Coming to the next problem. The function f of x equal to x square minus ax plus 3 if x is rational, 2 minus x if x is irrational, is continuous at exactly 2 points. Clearly given that exactly 2 points, and it is continuous. Then the possible values of AR. So clearly what is the graph? It is continuous, which means that left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, which is equal to value of the function. Mainly left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. So clearly x square minus ax plus 3 is equal to 2 minus x for all x belongs to any real. Why? Because very next value of rational is irrational. So that for any value of x, x square minus ax plus 3 is equal to 2 minus x. Now send 2 minus x to the left side. What we get? X square minus ax plus x plus 3 minus 2 equal to 0. Now x square, so now take x common, plus x into 1 minus a plus 1 equal to 0. We get a quadratic equation. And finally what it has given? It has exactly 2 points. Exactly 2 points, which means that it has 2 roots. If it has 2 roots, clearly discriminant is what? Greater than 0. Now what is discriminant? B square minus 4ac is greater than 0. What is b? 1 minus a. So 1 minus a whole square minus 4 A is what? 1, C is what? 1. 1 into 1, 4, that is greater than 0. Now, A minus 1 whole square is greater than 4, which means that modulus of A minus 1 is greater than 2. Okay, so we will already know that modulus of x is greater than a, which means that x less than minus a or x greater than a. If mod x is greater than a, what does this mean? X less than minus a or x greater than a. So clearly modulus of a minus 1 greater than 2, which means that so a minus 1 is less than minus 2 or a minus 1 is greater than 2. So what is a minus 1 less than minus 2? A is less than minus 1 or a greater than 3, which means a belongs to minus infinity comma minus 1 union 3 comma infinity. Next problem is, let f be a continuous function on R such that f of 1 by n is equal to sine of e power n into e power minus n square plus n square by n square plus 1. Then f of 0 is what? Now coming to the solution, what he has given, f of 1 by 4n is equal to sine of e power n times of e power minus n square plus n square by n square plus 1. What we need to find? F of 0. Okay, but what has given? F of 1 by 4n. Now we clearly know about as n value approaches to infinity, then 1 by n is approaches to 0. We already know that as n value approaches to infinity, then 1 by n is approaches to 0. That's why I am taking limit on both sides. As n value approaches to infinity, limit n tends to infinity, f of 1 by 4n is equal to, why I am taking n value approaches to infinity? Because 1 by 4n should be equal to 0. Then only we will get f of 0. That's why I am taking n value approaches to infinity. And here also limit n tends to infinity, sine of e power n by e power n square. Why? Because e power minus n square, that should be e power n square in the denominator, plus n square by n square plus 1. Now clearly here it is f of 0, that should be equal to, now see here, sine of e power n as n value approaches to infinity. Now as n value approaches to infinity, e power n is what? It is an undefined value, which means an infinity. But what is the range of sine where x belongs to R, which is in between minus 1 to 1? It is always a finite value in between minus 1 and 1 for any real number. Whatever may be e power n, sine of e power n is a finite value in between minus 1 and 1. Coming to the denominator, e power n square, as n value approaches to infinity, n square is what? A very big number which is also be equal to infinity. E power infinity is what? Infinity. So finite value by infinity is nothing but 0 plus. Now coming to the infinite limits rule, what is the highest degree in the numerator? 2. Coming to the denominator, 2. Now what is our final result? A naught by B naught. A naught is what? 1. B naught is what? 1. So 0 plus 1. Then what is the final answer? F of 0 is equal to 1. Now coming to the last question, very important model. If f of x equal to limit n tends to infinity, log of 2 plus x minus x power 2n times of sin x by 1 plus x power 2n, and check the continuity at x equal to 1. So see here, f of x is what? has given limit n tends to infinity of this. Now what we need to check? The continuity at x equal to 1. See, we have two cases here. So one is left hand limit and the another one is a right hand limit. Now coming to the left hand limit, limit x tends to 1 minus, and the function is what? Limit n tends to infinity log of 2 plus x minus x power 2n times of sin x whole divided by 1 plus x power 2n. Now see here we have two limits. First one is n value approaches to infinity, very big number, and x tends to 1 minus. So very left of 1, that means 0.99 and so on. It is a fractional value. See here, a fractional value on to the power of infinity. Clearly x value approaches to 1 minus and n tends to infinity. See here, by using these two, x power 2n is what? Approaches to a fractional value, which means 0.99 and so on, to the power a very big number, which leads to 0. Okay, then x power 2n is 0, 0 times of sin x is 0 and 1 plus 0. What will get? What is the remainder? Log of 2 plus x. And finally we have limit x tends to 1 minus log of 2 plus x. Now substitute 1 here, which gives log 3. Okay, you please see this. Here we have two approaching values. That the first one is x value approaches to 1 from the left side and n value approaches to infinity. What is the meaning of x value approaches to 1 from the left side? It is a very least lesser 1. That means 0.99 and so on. It is a fractional value. Fractional value whole power infinity is what? 0 always. That's why we will get 3. Why? Because this value and this value should be equal to 0. Now coming to the right hand limit, limit x tends to 1 plus and limit n tends to infinity log of 2 plus x minus x power 2n times of sin x divided by 1 plus x power 2n. Now see, here also we have two conditions. That is, the first one is x value approaches to 1 from the right side and n value approaches to infinity. So clearly, so 1, it is not a fractional value, so 1 point something upon infinity, which gives x power 2n to the infinity, approaches to the infinity. Why? Because it is a 1.00 and so on something. So 1 power infinity is what? An undefined value, that means x power 2n. So 1.00 and so on 1 to the power infinity is what? Infinity. So it is not defined. That's why I am taking x power 2n common here in the numerator. What we get? Limit x tends to 1 plus and limit n tends to infinity. If you take x power 2n common, what will you get? Log of 2 plus x divided by x power 2n minus sin x divided by, and here also take x power 2n common, so 1 by x power 2n plus 1. Now x power 2n gets cancelled. Now clearly a finite value log of 2 plus x is a finite value, and coming to the denominator it is infinity. Finite value by a very big number is equal to 0. So finite, it is a finite value, log of 2 plus x. Why? Because x value approaches to 1. So that means log 3, it is a finite value, and in the denominator we have a very big number. So finite value divided by a very big number is 0, and minus it is sin x divided by 1 by a very big number is 0. That's why what we get finally, limit extends to 1 plus, no need to take n tends to infinity. Why? Because we have only x. So 0 minus sin x divided by 0 plus 1. Now substitute 1 here. What we get? Minus sin 1. See, what is the left hand limit? That is log 3. What is the right hand limit? That is minus sin 1. Clearly, left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Now, if left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, limit does not exist and function is discontinuous. Clearly. Okay students, bye. Thank you.